I want you to take notes, okay? On a notebook, tomen notas en un cuaderno para que entiendan mejor y luego pueden preguntar, pueden hacer sus preguntas de algo que tal vez no hayan entendido, okay? So let's go. So there is and there are. When we use there is and there are, we are talking or we say that something exists or something doesn't exist, okay? And we have a singular form, for example, there is, and the negative form, there isn't, okay? We have a plural form, there aren't, or there aren't, okay? In the negative, there aren't. And here we have some ways in which we are going to do these sentences. Vamos a ver algunas formas en las que podríamos utilizar there is or there are en una oración. Okay, here we have affirmative sentences. We are going to check negative sentences and questions. Okay, let's go first with affirmative sentences. Okay, number one, there is a bank in my neighborhood. Okay, remember, when you are using there is, you always need a. There is a. Okay, siempre que utilicemos there is, debemos ocupar a. There is a bank, there is a park, there is a supermarket, cuando estamos hablando de singular. Okay, what can you tell me about your neighborhood? There is a in my neighborhood. ¿Cómo podrían completar esta oración hablando de su barrio? Neighborhood. ¿Qué podrían decir? Let's see. Jorge, what can you say? How can you complete this sentence? There is a...
Cualquier cosa.
Yes, anything that is in your neighborhood. Cualquier cosa que haya en su barrio. ¿Qué podría decir?
There is a hospital.
Yes, there is a hospital in my neighborhood. Very good. Okay. What about you, María René? There is a... What places are there in your neighborhood?
Un parque.
Okay. ¿Cómo podría decirlo en la oración? Solo reemplace bank por park. ¿Cómo podría ser?
There is a park
In
my
neighborhood.
neighborhood.
Very good. Yes, there is a park in my neighborhood. Okay, very good. Okay, let's go with the next sentence. Here we have, there is a supermarket in my neighborhood. Okay, so recuerden cuando están utilizando singular, deben utilizar a. There is a. Okay. Then here we have the plural form. Okay, when we are talking about things that are plural places, we say some. There are some banks in my neighborhood. There are some banks in my neighborhood. Or we can say a number. There are 3 parks in my neighborhood. Okay, but remember this word is plural. Okay, can you think in plural things, plural places in your neighborhood? Pueden pensar en algo que haya más de uno en su barrio. ¿Qué podrían decir? There are
two supermarkets in my neighborhood.
There are 2 supermarkets in my neighborhood. Very good. Yes, good. What about you, Priscilla? What can you say?
They are some grocery store in my neighborhood.
Ok, vamos a corregir dos cosas. There, no they. Ok, there are
There are
some grocery stores. No se olviden de las S. Ok, one more time, please, Priscila. Una vez más.
There are some grocery stores in my neighborhood.
Very good. Very good. Okay, so when you are saying something in plural, remember some or a number. Okay, let's go with the negative sentences. Okay, so here we have the same sentence, but in a negative form. Okay, there isn't a bank in my neighborhood. Okay, so I want you to think in something that you don't have in your neighborhood. Algo que no hay en sus barrios. There isn't a bank in my neighborhood. What can you say? Lisbeth.
There isn't a pharmacy, Smith, o cómo se pronuncia.
A drugstore
A
or,
drugstore.
or a pharmacy, drugstore or pharmacy.
Yes. There isn't a drugstore in my neighborhood.
Very good. Very good. Okay. And here we have another way to say the negative form. There is no. Ok, y si se dan cuenta, acá ya no utilizamos a. Solamente there is no. There is no supermarket in my neighborhood. Significa que no hay ninguno. There is no supermarket in my neighborhood. Okay, can you give me an example with there is no, Fabricio?
There is un ejemplo, ¿no?
Yes.
There is no movie theater in my neighborhood.
Very good. There is no movie theater in my neighborhood. Very good. Okay. So, movie theater. Okay. Let's go to the plural form. In the plural form, we said there aren't any, and a word in the plural, there aren't any banks in my neighborhood. Okay. Entonces, siempre cuando ocupen aren't, any. Siempre para las oraciones negativas. Okay, there aren't any banks in my neighborhood. Okay, there are no parks in my neighborhood. Entonces tenemos dos formas de hacer oraciones negativas. Con la contracción del verbo to be, aren't or isn't. Okay, y si se dan cuenta, después de la contracción necesitamos una palabra para singular a y para plural any. ¿Ok? Y hay la otra forma en la que el verbo to be va en afirmativo y aumentamos no. ¿Ok? There are no parks in my neighborhood. Can you give me an example using the plural form? Piensen en un ejemplo utilizando el plural. Let's see, Magali, what can you say about your neighborhood? ¿Qué podría decir sobre su barrio?
There are no
There are no
banks in my neighborhood.
Ok, recuerde, there, no they.
Banks.
There are no
in-
banks in my neighborhood. Okay.
There are no.
There are no
Okay.
banks. Okay, very good.
There
Ok, creo que le llega un poquito tarde el sonido, por eso es que nos estamos cruzando un poquito. Ok. What about questions? questions. Cuando hacemos preguntas, hacemos un pequeño cambio. ¿Ok? Presten atención a las preguntas. ¿Cuál es el cambio que hacemos acá? ¿Pueden notarlo?
Is
What?
va por delante la.
Yes.
el
The verb to be is at the beginning.
verbo to be.
The verb to be is at the beginning of the question. El verbo to be está al principio de la pregunta, ¿cierto? Ok, entonces, is there a bank in my neighborhood? Ok, is there a bank in my neighborhood? Si se dan cuenta, también utilizamos a para las preguntas en singular y hacemos este cambio. El cambio, el verbo to be va primero. Ok. Is there a supermarket in my neighborhood? Esto es para singular. Ok. What about the plural form? Are there any banks in my neighborhood? Siempre para las oraciones negativas en plural y para las preguntas en plural utilizamos any. Are there any banks? Y cambiamos la posición del verbo to be. ¿Ok? In my neighborhood. Are there any parks in my neighborhood? ¿Ok? Quiero que piensen en una pregunta que quieran hacerle a su compañero utilizando ya sea singular o plural. Les van a preguntar acerca de los barrios de sus compañeros. ¿Ok? Todos piensen en una pregunta y piensen en un compañero al que quieran hacerle la pregunta y ustedes tienen que responder. ¿Ok? Cuando es singular, la respuesta es yes. Ay, perdón. La respuesta es yes. There is. Si es afirmativo. Yes, there is. Si es negativo, no. There isn't or there is no. Ok, no, there isn't. Vamos a hacerlo en rojo. Yes, there is or no, there isn't. Esa es la respuesta corta. Ok. Vamos a hacer la respuesta para el plural. La respuesta para el plural sería yes. ¿Cómo sería? Para plural. There are. Very good. Yes, there are. Or no. ¿Qué podríamos decir acá?
There aren't.
There aren't. Very good. No, there aren't. ¿Ok? ¿Ok? Piensen en su pregunta. Sorry. Para que las hagan a sus compañeros. ¿Ok? Okay, let's start with Jorge. Tell me first the name of your partner's name. Okay, ¿a quién le va a preguntar? El nombre de su compañero. ¿Cómo?
María René.
María René. Okay, what is your question, Jorge? María René, pay attention, okay?
Is there a school in your neighborhood?
Is there a school in your neighborhood? Very good. What is your answer, María René?
Yes, there is.
Yes, there is. Okay, very good. Gisela, what is your partner's name? Primero dígame el nombre de su compañera.
Priscilla.
Priscilla,
Heinrich.
pay attention, please. Okay, what is your question, Gisela?
Is there a supermarket in your neighborhood?
One more time.
Is there a supermarket your neighborhood?
Ok, vamos a corregir algunas cosas. Is there a supermarket in your neighborhood?
Okay.
Okay. Ya no ponemos el verbo to be después. Okay.
Yeah.
One more time, please.
Is there at a supermarket your neighborhood?
Okay. Una vez más. Is there a supermarket in your neighborhood?
Okay. Is there at
A. Solamente A.
Ah,
Is there a
yeah. Is
supermarket
there a supermarket your neighborhood
in your neighborhood?
in your neighborhood?
Very good. Ok, tienen que prestar atención la fuerza de voz de la pregunta. Díganme en qué palabra ustedes escuchan la fuerza de voz. Is there a supermarket in your neighborhood? ¿En qué palabra? Is there a supermarket in your neighborhood? ¿En qué parte escuchan la fuerza de voz?
Neighborhood.
Neighborhood, supermarket, and there. Is there a supermarket in your
Is
neighborhood?
there?
Si se dan cuenta,
Is
el A casi no suena muy fuerte. Ok, entonces la fuerza de voz no va en A. Ok, is there a supermarket in your neighborhood? Ok, very good. Priscilla, what is your answer?
Mi respuesta.
Your answer?
Yes, there is.
Yes, there is. Very good. Okay. Tell me, Fabricio, your partner's name. What is your partner's name?
Le preguntaría a Eunice.
Eunice. Okay, pay attention, Eunice, to your partner's question.
Yeah. Is there a park in your neighborhood?
Very good. Is there a park in your neighborhood? What is your answer, Eunice?
Yes, there are.
Yes, there are. How many parks? ¿Cuántos parques hay en su barrio? Eunice, ¿cuántos parques hay en su barrio?
Near two.
Two, ok. A veces pasa esto, por ejemplo, nosotros hacemos la pregunta en singular y su compañero puede responder en plural, pero tiene que especificar. Dice, yes, there are two. Ok, cuando quieren especificar de que no es singular y es plural, yes, there are two. Ok, there are two parks. Very good. ¿Alguien más que quisiera hacer la pregunta para practicar? Let's go with Laura León, please. First, tell me your partner's name and then the question.
Le pregunta Gisela.
Gisela, okay, pay attention, Gisela.
Okay.
Is there a restaurant in my neighborhood?
In your neighborhood, right? Porque usted le está preguntando a ella.
In your neighborhood?
Yes, there is.
Yes, there is. Okay, very good. So here we have a place, as you can see, here we have a town, a city. Okay, and we have some places here. We have a store, market, city hall, monument, museum. We have some buses, some trees. There is a hospital, restaurant, theater, school, hotel, a fire station, police, cafe, library, bakery, and gas station. Okay. Quiero que me digan si entienden todos los lugares que tenemos acá en esta ciudad. Is there any new words? Are there any new words here in the place?
Que está al lado del café. No sé qué
Café,
se entiende.
library.
Library.
Library, una biblioteca.
Que no, no lo alcanzo a leer.
Okay. Any other?
Al lado de gas station.
Gas station, bakery, panadería, bakery. Okay. Okay. Let's continue. So I'm going to ask a question and I want you to answer the question with there is, there are. Okay, pay attention. We are going to ask about school. What is the question if we want to ask about school? ¿Qué preguntaríamos si queremos hacer una pregunta sobre school? What do you think? ¿Cuál sería la pregunta? Si queremos decir, ¿hay un colegio en esta ciudad? What do you think? ¿Cómo sería la pregunta?
Is there a school?
Mhm. Very good. Is there a school in the city? Very good. Is there a school in the city? And what is the answer? What is the answer?
Yes, there is.
Yes, there is. Right? Yes, there is. Very good. Let's go to, because here we have the school, right? The next one. Post office. What do you think? How can we ask the question for post office? Otra persona que no sea Jorge. Otra participación. Estoy anotando acá las participaciones de sus compañeros. Anybody else who wants to participate?
Is there a post office in the city?
Very good. Is there a post office in the city? And the answer is?
Yes, there is.
Yes, there is. What do you think, guys? Do you agree with your partner's answer?
No.
No. What is the correct answer?
No, there isn't.
No, there isn't, right? There isn't a post office. Very good. Okay. Okay, one more time. Another question. Park. What do you think about park? What can we say? Chris? Chris?
Is there a park in the city?
Very good. Is there a park in the city? What is the answer? What do you think?
No, there is.
There isn't? No, there isn't?
No, there is.
There isn't.
There
Okay. But there is a park, I guess. This is a park, right? It doesn't say the name, no hay el nombre, pero sí hay un park here in the picture. Okay, as you can see, the park is here. Okay, let's go to the next one. Bank. Bank. Magali, please. Por favor. Algo anda mal con su micrófono. Entonces no puedo escucharla muy bien. Una vez más.
Is there a bank?
Is there a bank in the city? And the answer is?
Yes.
Yes, there is. Very good. Okay, let's talk about a police station. Police station. ¿Alguien que no haya participado? ¿Qué podríamos decir? Lisbeth.
Is there a police station in the city?
Okay, don't forget that police station. Okay, very good. Is there a police station in the city? And the answer is?
Yes, there is.
Yes, there is. Very good. Here we have the police station. What about trees? ¿Cómo sería nuestra pregunta para trees? Trees. Anybody? Trees. ¿Alguien que no haya participado? Let's go with Eunice, please.
There are some trees in the city.
Again, please. Recuerde que es una pregunta y en la pregunta al principio tenemos el verbo to be, ¿cierto? ¿Cómo sería?
Are there some trees in the city?
¿Utilizamos some para preguntas?
Ani.
Are there any? ¿Sería?
Very good. Are there any? No hay, are they, sino are there. Ok. Sean cuidadosos con eso, ok. Yes, very good. Are there any trees in the city? Recuerden que siempre para preguntas con plural, any. Okay, and the answer is? What is the answer?
Yes, yes, there are.
Yes, there are. Very good. Here we have some trees, right? The next one, clubs. Clubs. Nightclubs. Perdón. Clubs. ¿Alguien puede hacer la pregunta para clubs? Y tenemos María René.
Are there clubs?
Are there?
Are there any
Any? Very good. Mhm.
any clubs? Any clubs? Any
In-
clubs in the city?
Very good. Are there any clubs in the city? Mhm. Are there any clubs in the city? And yes, and the answer is? What is the answer?
Well,
Anybody else? ¿Alguien que pueda ayudarle con la respuesta a María René?
okay.
Yes, there are.
Yes, there are. What do you think, guys? Do you agree? No.
No, there are.
There aren't, right? There aren't
There
clubs in the city. Okay. Cars. What about cars? Let's go with Priscilla.
Are there any cars in the city?
Very good. Are there any cars in the city? And the answer is?
Yes, there are.
Yes, there are cars in the city, right? Very good. Okay, nice. Good job, guys. Let's go back to the book. Vamos a volver al libro, okay? Let's see here. I don't know if you have questions about this. ¿Alguna duda? ¿Algo que todavía no les haya quedado claro acerca del there is, there are? ¿Alguna pregunta? Ok, vamos a hacer las reglas. Tal vez aquí tienen alguna duda. ¿Cuáles son las reglas, the rules we need to follow to use there is and there are? Okay? So pay attention here. Choose the correct option, it says. Number one, we use there's and there's no. Vamos a subrayarlo. Si quieren pueden subrayarlo en sus libros también. There's and there's no. With singular or plural nouns? What do you think?
Plural.
We use there's or there's no with singular or plural nouns.
Es contraction.
Singular.
Singular. Yes, it's the contraction of there is. Ok, vamos a tener aquí there is. O también podríamos decir there's. Ok, the contraction. Singular nouns. Very good. Number 2. We use there are and there are no with singular or plural nouns.
Plural.
Plural nouns.
Plural, no.
Plural.
Yes, plural nouns. Number 3. We use some or any with plural nouns. Aquí tenemos de nuevo plural nouns in affirmative sentences. ¿Cuál utilizamos? Plural nouns, affirmative sentences. Any for affirmative sentences?
Some.
Some.
Okay, some. We use some with plural nouns and affirmative sentences. Okay. Number 4. We use some or any with plural nouns and negative sentences. What do you think? And questions.
Any.
Any, right? We use any when we have negative sentences and questions for the plural, for plural nouns. Very good. Okay. So let's practice a little bit this. Okay. Here we have some examples. Affirmative sentences, singular, plural. Negative sentences, singular and plural. Questions and short answers. Okay. Let's go to the exercises. I want you to go to page 101. 101. Page 101. Okay. Here you have the explanation. Okay, aquí tiene la explicación de lo que acabamos de ver. Deben leer siempre la explicación gramatical y si no entienden, la próxima clase tienen que hacer sus preguntas aquí en la clase. ¿Ok? Siempre desen la tarea a ustedes mismos de leer la parte gramatical, la explicación gramatical aquí en las páginas de atrás y si tuviesen alguna pregunta pueden hacerla aquí en la clase. ¿Ok? Let's go with exercise number 1. Complete the sentences with the correct forms of there is and there are. Okay, so I want you to complete this. I'm going to give you a minute and then we are going to check. Okay, number 1, please. Can you read sentence number 1, Carla Leon? Laura, sorry.
There is a great museum in two.
Okay, there is, right? You said there is? Okay, let's correct the pronunciation. I'm going to read the sentence. Pay attention to the pronunciation of the words you don't know, and then you're going to repeat again, okay? There is a great museum in town.
There is a great museum in town.
Okay, one more time, pay attention. Very good. There is a great museum in town. Okay, one more time.
There is a, ¿cómo es eso?
Great.
Great. Yeah. There is a great museum in towns.
Very good. Okay. Number 2, please. Number 2 is for Fabricio.
Is there a school near your house?
Okay. Is there a school near your house? Recuerden que siempre empieza school. Okay, no a school. Okay, number 3. Let's go with Paola, please. Number 3.
I am sorry, but there is no drugstore near here.
Okay, very good. There is no drugstore. Pay attention to the pronunciation and then you're going to repeat again, okay? I'm sorry, but there is no drugstore near here. One more time.
I'm sorry, but there is no drugstore near here.
Very good. Very good. Number 4, please, Jorge.
There are some cheap hotels near the train station.
Very good. There are some near, some cheap hotels. Okay, pay attention to the pronunciation. Okay, there are some cheap hotels near the train station. One more time, please.
There are some cheap hotels near the train station.
Ok, quiero que note que usted hace pausas en cada una de las palabras. Y si se da cuenta, yo hago solo una pausa en toda la oración. Vamos a mejorar eso, ¿ok? Pay attention, presta atención dónde hago la pausa. There are some cheap hotels near the train station.
Repeat.
There are some cheap hotels near the train station. One more time, please.
There are some cheap hotels near the train station.
Much better, ok, mucho mejor. Recuerden que no hacemos pausas en cada palabra, sino en ciertas partes solamente. También ustedes que no están haciendo la oración podrían repetir en sus casas, todos están con el micrófono apagado, para poder mejorar un poco la pronunciación, ok. Number 5, please, Gisela.
There aren't any park, so children play in the street.
Okay. There aren't any parks. Okay. Algo que tomen en cuenta también, generalmente cuando aprendemos inglés, como tenemos dudas a veces, nuestra entonación siempre suele ir para arriba, como si todo fuese una pregunta. Ok, entonces tenemos que tener cuidado. Entonces, no, there aren't any parks, sino, there aren't any parks. La entonación para abajo, ¿ok?
Yeah.
There aren't any parks, so children play in the street. One more time, please.
Yeah. There aren't any parks, so children play in the street.
Ok, si se da cuenta, usted dice, there aren't any parks, y la entonación va para arriba, ¿ok?
Para arriba.
There aren't any parks, so children play in the street.
There aren't any parks, so children play in the street.
Okay, there aren't any parks. One more time.
There aren't any parks,
Very good. So children play in the street.
so children play in the street.
Very good. The last one, please, Lisbeth.
Are there any good restaurants at the shopping mall?
Very good. Are there any good restaurants at the shopping mall? Good. Okay. Any questions about this exercise? ¿Alguna duda? ¿No?
Una pregunta. En las oraciones plurales, cuando estamos haciendo las afirmativas, ¿cuándo usamos there are some y there are there?
Cuando utilizamos there are some y...
Y there are 3.
Ok, cuando usted sabe el número específico, puede utilizar cualquier número, no solo 3. Ok, there are 4, there are 5, there are 2. Ok, cuando usted quiere mencionar el número específico, pero cuando no quiere mencionar, solo dice some. Ok. ¿Cómo? Gisela, su micrófono está encendido y hay ruido por atrás. Entonces siempre manténgalo apagado, ¿ok? ¿Cómo Magalí me decía? ¿O quién era? ¿Alguien?
Paola, le
Paola.
entendí, teacher.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Thank you, guys. Let's go to exercise number 2. Okay. Complete the sentences with a, and, some, or any. Okay. Recuerden, ¿cuándo ocupamos a or an? Vamos a anotarlo acá. A or an. ¿Cuándo ocupamos? ¿Alguien me dice?
Cuando es singular, no.
Singular. Yes, singular nouns, for singular nouns. Okay. When do we use some? When do we use some?
Plural.
Plural nouns, but affirmative sentences. Okay. Plural nouns and in affirmative sentences. When do we use any? Any. When?
No negative sentence.
Plural nouns and negative sentences. And don't forget the questions too. Questions. Okay. So complete the exercise and then we are going to check together. Okay. Okay, please. Sentence number 1. Let's go with Eunice. How do you complete number 1?
There aren't any supermarkets in this area.
Okay, in this area. Very good. Any, right? Number 2, please. Number 2 is for Priscilla.
There is a good hospital near here.
Okay, very good. Hospital. Okay. Number 3, please. Let's go with Jorge.
There are some police officers in the street.
Okay, officers, right? Some. Very good. Let's go with Magali.
There is an Italian restaurant in Outdoor. ¿Cómo se lee la parte final?
Primero, Italian. La fuerza de voz se va en la Italian. Okay. Restaurant in our town. Our town. Okay. Very good. Number 5, Lisbeth.
Are there any pens in your purse?
Very good. Very good. Number 6, please, Laura. I guess your microphone is off.
Is there a police station near here?
Okay. Very good. Police station near here. Okay, near here. Very good. Very good. Any, yes?
La forma and porque comienza Italian con vocal.
Ah, yes. Yes, you are right. Thank you. Yes, you are right. An Italian. Okay. Thank you. Okay, very good. Let's go back. Vamos a volver al libro, a la página 5.